How did Paris Saint-Germain, a club with a relatively modest past, transform into a powerhouse of French football? It's a question that's intrigued many. The origins of Paris Saint-Germain are humble, rooted in the late 60s. The early years saw the club with a relatively low-key profile, its light flickering but not quite shining in French football. The journey from modest to majestic wasn't a quick one. It took time, patience, and a series of calculated decisions. Key factors played a pivotal role in this transformation: the club's strategic planning, its development of young talents, and the arrival of new ownership, each contributed to the club's rise from the shadows. The metamorphosis of Paris Saint-Germain did not occur in a day. It was a gradual process that saw the club evolve from a small team in the French capital to a dominant force in French football. The transformation of PSG into a dominant force in French football didn't happen overnight. The year 2011 marked a turning point in the history of PSG with the arrival of new owners. With a hefty bankroll backing them, the club was able to attract some of the biggest names in football, transforming it into a footballing powerhouse to be reckoned with. The new ownership brought about a whirlwind of changes. A significant influx of cash meant the acquisition of top-tier players, turning the team into an all-star ensemble. This was a game-changer, not just for the club, but for French football as a whole. Suddenly, Paris Saint-Germain was a name on everyone's lips. The club's profile skyrocketed, making it a beacon of French football. The city of love was now also the city of football, and the world was watching. The proof of PSG's transformation was in the pudding, or rather in the trophy cabinet. The club went on to dominate the domestic front, clinching multiple Ligue 1 titles. This was a far cry from their humble beginnings. They were no longer just participants in the league, they were the league's overlords. But the success wasn't just limited to the home turf. The club's revamped image and bolstered lineup attracted attention from across the globe. Their games were not just watched by the locals, they were viewed by millions worldwide, making PSG a global brand. This revolution was not just about the big names and the big money. It was about raising the bar of French football. It was about making a statement that France was not just about wine and cheese, but also about quality football. So, while the new ownership did bring in a lot of changes, it was the passion, the skill, and the determination of the players that truly made the difference. They were the ones who turned the dream into reality, and for that, they will always be remembered. The new era of PSG was marked by success, but it wasn't limited to the domestic front. PSG's ambitions weren't confined to France, they had their sights set on European glory. As the team emerged as a dominant force in French football, they turned their attention towards the grandest stage of them all, the UEFA Champions League. In the early 2000s, their journey in Europe was a roller coaster ride, from thrilling victories to heart-wrenching defeats. They made their mark, however, with standout performances and unforgettable moments that echoed across the continent. Despite the hurdles, PSG continued to strive for greatness, never wavering in their pursuit of European success. One of the most notable chapters in their European story was their run to the Champions League final in 2020. Even though they fell at the final hurdle, their path to the final showcased their determination, skill, and the undeniable talent within their ranks. But the Champions League isn't the only European competition where PSG has left their mark. They've also had impressive runs in the Europa League, showcasing their prowess against some of the best clubs across the continent. Their journey in Europe has been a testament to their tenacity and ambition. They faced the giants of European football head-on, never shying away from a challenge. It's a journey filled with memorable moments that have captivated fans across the globe. While PSG's European journey has been filled with ups and downs, their resolve remains unshaken. They continue to chase the dream of European domination, undeterred by the challenges that lie ahead. What does the future hold for PSG, a club with a burning ambition to conquer Europe? As we gaze into the crystal ball of Paris Saint-Germain's future, we see a club that is not just satisfied with domestic dominance. They yearn for more. They yearn for European glory. Their ambitions are not unfounded. With the financial backing they possess, the world-class talent they've assembled, and the fervor of their supporters, they have all the ingredients to etch their name in the annals of Europe's elite. But as they've learned in recent years, success in Europe doesn't come easy. It requires patience, persistence, and a pinch of luck. The challenges are many. The competition in Europe is fierce, with clubs boasting decades, if not centuries, of history and tradition. Then there are the expectations. The pressure to win, to live up to the hype, can be overwhelming. But if there's one thing we've learned about PSG, it's that they're not afraid to face these challenges head-on. In fact, they thrive on them. They see these challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities. Opportunities to prove their worth, to silence their doubters, and to etch their name in the annals of European football. Only time will tell if PSG's European dream will become a reality. But one thing is certain, they won't stop trying. Remember, if you enjoyed the video, please share it with your football-loving friends and family. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Football History for more exciting stories. Until next time.